Dear MPCs, normally I get very angry when politicians copy my tactics in order to achieve the same goals I did. This time I let it slide. The reason for my lenience is very simple. The political class is about to install Annalena Baerbock from the Green Party as Chancellor of Germany, and I consider her my successor, almost like my own crown princess. In order to take over Germany, I needed martial law. This was necessary to the lack of votes my party got at the general elections. The situation looked very bleak for me and my henchmen. The head of state, President Hindenburg, didn't like me very much, and the peoples of Germany didn't vote for us in sufficient numbers. The only way to get into power was to convince President Hindenburg that public safety was at risk. We burned down the Reichstag and blamed our political opposition as responsible for this horrible act of terrorism. We didn't use passenger planes, just some gasoline, and the Lee Harvey Oswald, Marinus von der Lubbe, a psychological ill communist, as a patsy. This was enough to convince senile Joe Biden, Hindenburg, to enact martial law and give me all I needed to hijack the whole country. I used my new freedom immediately and purged all left-wing groups from the political process just to make sure that I will get the majority of votes in a possible next election. Senile Joe Biden, Hindenburg, why I keep getting those two confounded all the time. Hindenburg died shortly after my false flag operation and new election became unnecessary. The political class in Germany today used a similar approach. Instead of fire, they used another element. They received warnings of heavy rainfalls and simply refused to take any measures to warn people in the endangered areas. Not only they failed to warn the people, they also delayed monetary aid and let heavy equipment as well as specialists on standby in order to worsen the effects of the flooding. Exactly like me, they blamed a strawman for this. Not the communists like I did, but climate change. This shall catapult my crown princess of the Green Party into power after an election campaign that almost hit Hillary Clinton levels of failure. The only thing that upsets me is the amateurism of the actors laughing at high emotional condolence speeches in the background and misuse of donations. This could lead to my crown prince not making it, you incompetent hacks! Wegtreten!